Hollywood celebrities who married terrible people. Welcome to our channel, The Famous People. In today's video, we're diving into some of Hollywood's most shocking celebrity marriages that ended in disaster. From infidelity scandals to public meltdowns, these stars faced heartache and betrayal behind the glamour. Join us as we explore the relationships that crumbled under the spotlight, revealing the darker side of love in the limelight. Let's get started. Luann de Lesseps and DAgostino. Luann de Lesseps, a star of The Real Housewives of New York, and DAgostino had a whirlwind relationship that quickly turned into one of reality TV's most notorious unions. Despite warnings from her castmates about Tom's untrustworthiness and lingering feelings for his ex, Luann was smitten and decided to pursue the romance. The couple tied the knot in a lavish New Year's Eve wedding in 2016, but their happiness was short-lived. Just days after their engagement party, one of Luann's co-stars obtained compromising photos of Tom kissing another woman. This was the first public sign of the trouble brewing in their relationship. As their marriage unfolded, it became evident that Tom's infidelity wasn't a one-time incident. Their volatile relationship escalated into a public altercation at a restaurant, where Luann reportedly slapped Tom across the face. His pattern of cheating persisted, with Tom being seen with other women even days before their eventual split. After just 7 tumultuous months, the couple announced their divorce. Luann later expressed deep regret, acknowledging that she should have listened to her friends' concerns and never married Tom. Reflecting on the relationship, she admitted that those few months were filled with chaos and disappointment. The short-lived marriage left a lasting mark on Luann, who now looks back on it as a hard-learned lesson. Despite the public drama and heartache, Luann has since moved forward, focusing on her personal growth and professional endeavors, determined not to repeat the mistakes of the past. Chad Johnson and Evelyn Lozada. Chad Johnson, also known by his NFL nickname Chad Ochocinco, and Evelyn Lozada, a reality TV star from Basketball Wives, had a brief yet explosive marriage that became infamous for its shocking end. The couple's romance began in 2010, and they quickly became engaged, tying the knot in an elaborate 4th of July ceremony in 2012. However, their relationship took a dark turn only 2 months later. The catalyst for their downfall occurred when Evelyn found a suspicious receipt in Chad's car, leading her to believe he had been unfaithful. A heated argument followed, culminating in Chad physically assaulting Evelyn, an act that left her with a serious injury. This incident resulted in Chad's arrest on charges of domestic battery, and the couple swiftly divorced in the aftermath. The violent episode shocked the public, bringing an abrupt end to their short-lived marriage and permanently damaging Chad's career and public image. Evelyn later opened up in interviews about how this ordeal impacted her emotionally, sharing her struggles and the immense hurt she experienced. She filed for divorce soon after, and the two parted ways for good. Chad's actions not only led to legal trouble, but also caused him to be released from the Miami Dolphins, effectively derailing his football career. This relationship remains a stark example of how quickly things can unravel when trust and respect break down, especially when abusive behavior surfaces. Though their time together was brief, the aftermath had long-lasting effects on both of their lives, with Evelyn moving on to focus on her healing and Chad left to deal with the consequences of his actions. Elizabeth Taylor and Conrad Hilton. Elizabeth Taylor, one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses, married hotel heir Conrad Nicky Hilton Jr. in 1950, when she was just 18 years old. This was Taylor's first marriage, and at the time, it was seen as a fairy tale union between a young starlet and a wealthy heir. The wedding was a grand affair, with thousands of fans lining the streets to catch a glimpse of the glamorous couple. However, the reality of their marriage was far from the storybook romance the public imagined. Shortly after their wedding, cracks in their relationship began to show. Elizabeth later revealed that she felt emotionally neglected by Conrad, who reportedly spoke to her in a harsh, abusive manner. Their honeymoon was filled with tension and arguments, and the couple often spent more time apart than together. It became clear to Elizabeth that Conrad's behavior toward her was deeply troubling, and the emotional turmoil she faced became unbearable. After only 205 days of marriage, Elizabeth filed for divorce, citing mental cruelty as the reason. Despite her young age, she made the bold decision to end the relationship, refusing alimony and quickly resuming her acting career. Taylor later reflected on this marriage with regret, acknowledging that her youthful naivety led her into a union that was doomed from the start. Though the marriage was brief, it was an important chapter in Elizabeth Taylor's life, marking the first of her 8 marriages. She emerged from the experience stronger, learning that she deserved far better than the mistreatment she endured, and went on to have a long and celebrated career, leaving the troubled relationship with Hilton far behind her. Ike Turner and Tina Turner. Tina Turner, one of the most legendary figures in music, endured an incredibly tumultuous and abusive marriage with Ike Turner, a relationship that shaped much of her early career and personal struggles. The pair met when Tina was a teenager, and Ike, already a successful musician, recognized her immense talent. They formed a professional partnership in the early 1960s, performing together as Ike and Tina Turner, quickly rising to fame for their electrifying stage presence and hit songs like River Deep Mountain High and Proud Mary. However, behind the scenes, their relationship was far from harmonious. Ike Turner, while instrumental in launching Tina's career, was also physically and emotionally abusive throughout their marriage. Tina has shared that the abuse began early on in their relationship, escalating in both frequency and severity as the years went on. The marriage became a nightmare for Tina, who endured countless instances of violence, manipulation, and control at the hands of Ike. Despite their public success as a musical duo, the private pain Tina suffered reached a breaking point in the mid-1970s. In 1976, Tina famously fled from Ike after one particularly brutal incident, with only 36 cents and a gas station credit card in her pocket. This moment marked the end of their marriage and her life under his control. Tina filed for divorce, which was finalized in 1978, and she walked away from nearly all their shared assets, including the rights to their joint music catalog. She chose instead to focus on rebuilding her life and career on her own terms. Tina's decision to leave Ike, and the courage she showed in publicly speaking out about the abuse, became a powerful part of her legacy. She went on to have an enormously successful solo career, proving her resilience and strength. Her story has inspired countless individuals, and her autobiography, I, Tina, as well as the film What's Love Got to Do With It, brought further attention to her experiences and triumph over adversity. Madonna and Guy Richie. Madonna and Guy Ritchie's marriage, which began in 2000, was marked by intense passion, but ultimately became one of Hollywood's most publicly tumultuous unions. The Queen of Pop and the British filmmaker seemed like an unlikely pairing, yet they quickly fell in love and married in a high-profile ceremony at a Scottish castle. For nearly a decade, they were one of the most talked-about couples, blending their two very different worlds, Madonna's music and film stardom with Ritchie's gritty British directorial career. Despite their glamorous lifestyle, their marriage was plagued with issues. One of the primary reasons for the breakdown of their relationship was their differing priorities. Madonna's focus on her music and fitness regimen reportedly caused strain, as she was known for being highly disciplined, while Ritchie preferred a more laid-back lifestyle. Tensions rose as their careers diverged, with Madonna continuing to pursue the spotlight while Ritchie became more involved in his film projects. After nearly 8 years of marriage, the couple announced their split in 2008, and the divorce that followed was far from amicable. Both parties spoke openly about the challenges in their relationship, with Richie comparing the marriage to a soap opera and accusing Madonna of being overly concerned with her public image. Madonna, on the other hand, described feeling like she was incarcerated in the marriage, calling Richie a gold digger who was more interested in her wealth than her well-being. The couple's bitter divorce included a lengthy custody battle over their two children, Rocco, and their adopted son, David. While their union produced some memorable moments, both Madonna and Guy Richie have since expressed regret over their marriage, acknowledging that they were simply not a good fit for each other. Despite the public drama, both have moved on, Madonna continuing her reign as a pop icon and Richie thriving in his film career. Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter Sr. Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter Sr. had a marriage that lasted for over 2 decades, but it ended in scandal and heartbreak. Williams, a well-known talk show host, and Hunter, who served as her manager and business partner, married in 1997. Throughout their marriage, they presented a strong public front, with Kevin playing a significant role in shaping Wendy's career and managing The Wendy Williams Show. However, behind the scenes, their relationship was filled with turmoil, and the cracks began to show as rumors of infidelity circulated. The marriage came to a breaking point in 2019 when news broke that Kevin had been involved in a long-term affair with his massage therapist, which led to the birth of a child. This revelation shattered Wendy, who had already been struggling with health issues and addiction. She publicly addressed the affair on her show, expressing her hurt and shock. Wendy revealed that Kevin had been involved with the other woman for 15 years, and while she had dealt with past instances of infidelity, the arrival of a child made the situation unbearable. Shortly after the affair became public, Wendy filed for divorce, ending their 21-year marriage. She also fired Kevin from his role as her manager and cut professional ties with him. Wendy later opened up about how deeply the betrayal affected her, but she remained resilient, determined to move on and focus on her own well-being. Wendy's decision to end the marriage marked a new chapter in her life. She made it clear that she had no intention of looking back, publicly stating that she deserved better than someone who betrayed her so deeply. The divorce was a turning point for Wendy, who has since embraced her independence both personally and professionally, while leaving behind the painful chapter with Kevin Hunter Sr., Alexis DeJoria and Jesse James. Alexis DeJoria, a professional drag racer, and Jesse James, known for his motorcycle business and reality TV fame, had a marriage that ended in scandal and heartbreak. The couple tied the knot in 2013, and for a while their relationship seemed solid. Alexis, the daughter of billionaire John Paul DeJoria, and Jesse, who gained fame through his shows Monster Garage and West Coast Choppers, appeared to enjoy a fast-paced life together, both sharing a love for adrenaline and motorsports. However, beneath the surface, their relationship was anything but smooth. Jesse James already had a reputation for infidelity, most notably during his previous marriage to actress Sandra Bullock. Unfortunately, his behavior did not change, and his marriage to Alexis soon became plagued by similar problems. Rumors began circulating that Jesse had been unfaithful to Alexis with multiple women. Some sources alleged that Jesse cheated on Alexis with at least 20 different women, sneaking them into their home and flying them out to meet him in various locations. Despite these reports, Alexis initially attempted to work things out with Jesse, but his continual dishonesty and disregard for their marriage eventually became too much for her to bear. Their relationship deteriorated, and in 2020, after 7 years of marriage, the couple decided to divorce. Alexis, who had hoped to make the marriage work, ultimately realized that Jesse's repeated infidelity made reconciliation impossible. For both Alexis and Sandra Bullock, Jesse James proved to be a destructive force in their lives, as his serial cheating caused irreparable damage to their respective marriages. Alexis, however, has moved on from the relationship, focusing on her career and personal growth, leaving behind the betrayal and toxicity that defined her time with Jesse James. Mary-Kate Olsen and Olivier Sarkozy. Mary-Kate Olsen, the former child star turned fashion mogul, and Olivier Sarkozy, a French banker and half-brother of former French President Nicolas Sarkozy, had a marriage marked by stark differences in lifestyle and priorities, which ultimately led to their split. The two began dating in 2012, and despite a 17-year age gap, they seemed to find common ground. In 2015, they married in a small, private ceremony in New York City, surrounded by friends and family. However, the differences between them began to surface early on in their marriage. One of the major points of contention was their differing views on family. Mary-Kate focused on her career in fashion, and co-running the row with her twin sister, Ashley, was reportedly interested in starting a family. However, Olivier, who already had 2 children from a previous marriage, was not keen on having more. This disagreement created a significant strain on their relationship. Additionally, Olivier's ex-wife reportedly moving into the couple's shared home exacerbated tensions, making the situation even more uncomfortable for Mary-Kate. Their marriage took a dramatic turn in 2020, when Mary-Kate sought an emergency divorce filing. The divorce process was complicated by the pandemic, which temporarily halted court proceedings. Reports surfaced that Olivier had kicked Mary-Kate out of their home, leaving her scrambling to protect her personal belongings and secure housing. Despite these setbacks, her divorce filing was eventually accepted, and the couple officially split in 2021. The marriage, while lasting several years, was clearly filled with underlying issues, particularly around their differing desires for the future and the intrusion of Olivier's past into their present. For Mary-Kate, ending the relationship was a necessary step to regain control of her life, and she has since focused on her work and moving forward from the turmoil. Mike Tyson and Robin Givens. Mike Tyson's marriage to actress Robin Givens was one of the most controversial and tumultuous relationships in Hollywood history. The couple married in 1988 after a whirlwind 11-month romance, at a time when Tyson was at the height of his boxing career. Givens, who was starring in the popular TV show Head of the Class, seemed like the perfect match for the heavyweight champion. However, the marriage quickly descended into chaos, marred by allegations of abuse, manipulation, and deceit. Shortly after their wedding, the public began to hear rumors of trouble in their relationship. In a now infamous 1988 interview with Barbara Walters, Givens described her marriage to Tyson as torture and opened up about the abuse she allegedly suffered. Sitting next to her during the interview, Tyson appeared distant as Givens recounted the difficult aspects of their life together, further fueling media speculation about the turmoil behind closed doors. Givens later filed for divorce just months after the interview, citing spousal abuse, and their marriage ended in February 1989 after only 8 months. Tyson, in his 2013 autobiography, claimed that the marriage was fraught with problems from the start and even accused Givens of manipulating him for financial gain. He alleged that she faked a pregnancy to rush him into marriage, and after their split, took a significant financial settlement. Tyson also admitted to his own violent behavior, though he maintained that some of Givens' claims were exaggerated. The divorce was highly publicized, and both Tyson and Givens' reputations were damaged. For Tyson, the end of this marriage marked the beginning of a series of personal and professional struggles, while Givens became a lightning rod for controversy. Despite the scandal, Givens continued her acting career, and Tyson went on to face additional legal battles, but this brief, chaotic marriage left a lasting impression on both their lives. Axl Rose and Erin Everly. Axl Rose, the lead singer of Guns N' Roses, and Erin Everly, the daughter of famed musician Don Everly of the Everly Brothers, had a brief but turbulent relationship that ended in heartbreak and legal battles. The two met in the mid-1880s when Rose was still a rising star in the rock world, and Everly quickly became one of the most significant figures in his life, even inspiring the iconic Guns N' Roses hit Sweet Child O' Mine. Despite the romantic foundation of their relationship, it was marred by emotional turmoil and instability. In April 1990, after years of dating, Axel and Erin married in a Las Vegas ceremony. However, the marriage began under troubling circumstances, with reports that Rose had threatened to harm himself if Everly didn't marry him. This dramatic and toxic start foreshadowed what was to come. The relationship was highly volatile, marked by frequent fights and emotional manipulation. Only 9 months after the wedding, in January 1991, the marriage was annulled, ending their short-lived union. After their split, Everly filed a civil lawsuit against Rose in 1994, alleging physical and emotional abuse during their time together. She described an increasingly abusive relationship where Rose's temper and erratic behavior became overwhelming. The lawsuit was eventually settled out of court, but it further highlighted the intense dysfunction of their relationship. For Everly, the marriage left lasting emotional scars, and she sought to distance herself from the painful memories of her time with Rose. Over the years, she auctioned off memorabilia from their relationship, symbolically letting go of her past with the rock star. Axl Rose, despite his own struggles and controversies, has rarely spoken about the relationship in detail. The story of their marriage remains one of rock music's darker tales, with both parties moving on, but never fully escaping the legacy of their toxic relationship. Prince Charles and Princess Diana. The marriage of Prince Charles and Princess Diana was one of the most high-profile and ultimately tragic unions in modern royal history. When they wed in 1981, the world watched in awe as Diana, a young kindergarten teacher, became a princess in a lavish ceremony that was broadcast to millions around the globe. Despite the public's fascination with the fairy tale wedding, the reality of their relationship was far from idyllic. From the beginning, there were signs of trouble. Prince Charles was still deeply involved with Camilla Parker Bowles, a woman he had been romantically linked to before his engagement to Diana. Diana famously remarked in later interviews that there were 3 of us in this marriage, referring to Charles's ongoing affection for Camilla. This emotional betrayal haunted Diana throughout their union, leaving her feeling isolated and unloved. Their marriage, which produced 2 sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, was plagued by deep incompatibility and emotional distance. Diana, beloved by the public as the people's princess, struggled with the intense pressure of royal life and her husband's cold demeanor. While she thrived in her role as a humanitarian and became a global icon, her personal life was filled with turmoil. Reports of infidelity on both sides, including Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla, contributed to the breakdown of their marriage. By 1992, the couple had separated, and their divorce was finalized in 1996. Diana's public acknowledgement of her suffering, including her famous interview where she candidly spoke about the breakdown of their relationship and her mental health struggles, painted a picture of a deeply unhappy marriage. Tragically, Diana's life was cut short in 1997 when she died in a car crash in Paris, leaving behind a legacy as a compassionate figure loved by millions. For Prince Charles, the marriage was also a difficult chapter, but he eventually married Camilla in 2005. The marriage between Charles and Diana remains one of the most talked-about royal relationships in history, serving as a cautionary tale of duty, love, and betrayal within the confines of royalty. Adrina Patridge and Cory Bohan. Adrina Patridge, best known for her role on the reality TV show The Hills, had a rocky and troubled relationship with professional BMX rider Cory Bohan, which eventually culminated in a messy divorce. The couple first began dating in 2008, and their relationship was featured prominently on The Hills, giving fans a glimpse into their ups and downs. After years of an on-again, off-again relationship, the couple finally got engaged in 2015 and married the following year in a picturesque Hawaiian ceremony. However, behind the idyllic wedding facade, their relationship was far from stable. Their marriage quickly became tumultuous, with reports of ongoing tension and emotional strife. In 2016, Patridge gave birth to their daughter Kira, and it appeared the couple was heading in a positive direction. However, by 2017, their relationship had deteriorated, leading Adrina to file for divorce just 1 year later, citing irreconcilable differences. The situation escalated when she also sought a restraining order against Cory, alleging domestic violence. Adrina claimed that Cory had been physically and verbally abusive, and she feared for both her safety and their daughters. The legal battle between the two became highly publicized, with Adrina granted full custody of their daughter and Cory restricted from contacting them. Adrina also secured a restraining order to ensure her and Kira's safety. Despite the intense emotional toll, she has since focused on rebuilding her life and protecting her daughter, putting the painful chapter behind her. Patridge later spoke out about how difficult it was to walk away from the relationship, especially for the sake of her daughter. Reflecting on her time with Bohan, she has expressed relief in moving forward, free from the toxic environment. Today, Adrina remains committed to her career and motherhood, leaving the turmoil of her marriage to Cory behind. Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio. Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio were one of the most iconic couples of the 1950s, but their marriage, despite its glamour and high-profile nature, was short-lived and marked by conflict. Monroe, the beloved Hollywood actress, and DiMaggio, the famed baseball star, married in January 1954 in a civil ceremony in San Francisco. The union between the bombshell actress and the legendary athlete seemed like a perfect match in the public's eye. But behind the scenes, their relationship quickly unraveled. DiMaggio, who was known for his reserved demeanor, struggled with Monroe's fame and the constant attention she received from the media and fans. Monroe, at the peak of her career, was one of the most photographed and sought-after women in the world, and her public persona as a sex symbol was difficult for DiMaggio to handle. His traditional values clashed with her career ambitions, and he reportedly wanted her to take on the role of a more conventional stay-at-home wife. Monroe, however, was determined to continue her career, which caused tension between them. The final straw for DiMaggio seemed to be the filming of Monroe's iconic scene in The 7-Year Itch, where she stands over a subway grate as her white dress billows up. The scene, which became one of the most famous moments in film history, embarrassed DiMaggio, and he reportedly reacted with anger over Monroe's provocative image. Their marriage quickly deteriorated, and just 9 months after tying the knot, Monroe filed for divorce in October 1954, citing mental cruelty. Despite the short and turbulent nature of their marriage, Monroe and DiMaggio maintained a bond even after their divorce. DiMaggio, who never remarried, was deeply affected by her death in 1962 and famously had roses delivered to her grave twice a week for 20 years. Their relationship, while brief and troubled, has since become a part of Hollywood legend, reflecting the difficulties both faced in balancing fame, personal values, and love. Eddie Murphy and Tracey Edmonds. Eddie Murphy and Tracey Edmonds had a whirlwind romance that culminated in a lavish yet short-lived wedding, one that would ultimately never be legally binding. The Hollywood comedian and the film producer began dating in 2006, and by 2008, they decided to take their relationship to the next level. In January of that year, they had an extravagant $500,000 wedding on a private island in Bora Bora, attended by close friends and family. The event was lavish and seemed to mark the beginning of a new chapter for both. However, things quickly took a turn for the worse. The marriage, which was only symbolic and not legally binding in the United States, began to unravel almost immediately after the ceremony. Reports surfaced that the couple clashed during their time on the island, with rumors of arguments and tension between them. Guests reported hearing heated fights between Eddie and Tracy, some even suggesting that their marriage was doomed from the very beginning. It was clear that their union was far from harmonious, and within just 2 weeks of the Bora Bora ceremony, they decided to part ways. In a joint statement, the couple announced that they had mutually agreed to forego a legal marriage after realizing that they were not right for each other. The quick breakup left many wondering what had gone wrong, but both parties chose to move on without much public discussion. For Eddie, this marked yet another complicated chapter in his personal life, following his split from ex-wife Nicole Mitchell and a highly publicized breakup with former Spice Girl Melanie Brown, Mel B. Though their marriage was short and never officially recognized, it stands as a reminder of how even high-profile Hollywood relationships can crumble under the weight of personal differences and unexpected challenges. Both Eddie and Tracy have since moved on with their lives and careers, leaving their brief marriage behind. Lena Waithe and Alana Mayo. Lena Waithe, an acclaimed screenwriter and actress, and Alana Mayo, a film executive, had a relationship that initially seemed filled with promise, but ultimately ended in a brief and unexpected separation. The couple, who had been together for several years, announced their engagement in 2017, sparking excitement among their fans. In November 2019, they made headlines when they revealed they had secretly gotten married in an intimate, spontaneous ceremony at a courthouse in San Francisco. The low-key wedding, held without any fanfare, was a surprise to many, as it seemed like a spur-of-the-moment decision by the couple. However, just 2 months later, in January 2020, the couple announced that they were separating, leaving many wondering what had gone wrong so quickly. While the exact reasons for their split were not made public, rumors began circulating that infidelity had played a part in their breakup. Sources close to the couple alleged that their relationship had been troubled even before they got married, with some speculating that Lena's unfaithfulness may have contributed to their separation. Allegations surfaced that even after their wedding, Lena had been involved with other women, reportedly buying lavish gifts for people outside of her marriage. These rumors only fueled further speculation about the true state of their relationship before they tied the knot. Despite these claims, both Lena and Alana remained relatively private about the details of their split, issuing a joint statement to express their mutual respect and the decision to go their separate ways. The swift end of their marriage shocked fans, given how quickly things had unfolded. Despite the sudden and public breakup, Lena has continued to focus on her career in Hollywood, while Alana has moved on to pursue her own endeavors in the film industry. Though their relationship was short-lived, it highlighted the pressures of high-profile relationships and the challenges of balancing personal and professional lives in the public eye. Cardi B and Offset. Cardi B and Offset's relationship has been one of the most talked about and drama-filled romances in the entertainment world. The pair, both successful musicians in the hip-hop industry, began dating in 2017 and quickly became a power couple in the public eye. By September of that year, they secretly married in a private ceremony. And soon after, Cardi confirmed that she was pregnant with their daughter, Kulture, who was born in July 2018. While their relationship had its bright moments, it was often overshadowed by reports of infidelity on Offset's part. Just months after Kulture's birth, rumors surfaced that Offset had been unfaithful, leading to public drama and intense scrutiny from fans and the media alike. Cardi B, known for her candid personality, initially defended her husband, but by December 2018, she announced that she was filing for divorce, citing Offset's repeated cheating scandals as the reason for the split. Offset made several public attempts to win Cardi back, including a grand gesture of interrupting one of her performances to plead for her forgiveness, which sparked mixed reactions from fans. In early 2019, the couple reconciled, but rumors of infidelity continued to swirl around Offset. Despite these ups and downs, they remained together, often taking to social media to share their journey as a couple, both the highs and the lows. In September 2020, Cardi once again filed for divorce, stating that she was tired of the ongoing drama. However, just a month later, the couple reconciled for a second time after Offset showered Cardi with lavish gifts for her birthday, including a $300,000 car. Cardi later explained that they had worked through their issues and that they were trying to make their marriage work for the sake of their family. Though their relationship has been turbulent, Cardi B and Offset continue to stay together, focusing on their children and careers. Their on-again, off-again romance is often seen as a testament to the complexities of relationships, particularly under the constant scrutiny of fame. Whether they remain together in the long run is yet to be seen, but their story has certainly been one of love, betrayal, and perseverance. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez were once one of Hollywood's most glamorous and beloved couples, with their relationship captivating fans and the media alike. The two began dating in early 2017, instantly drawing attention as they were both high-profile figures, Lopez being a global superstar in music, film, and fashion, and Rodriguez, also known as A-Rod, a former Major League Baseball player. The couple quickly became known for their public displays of affection and their seamless blending of their families from previous relationships. By 2019, after 2 years of dating, Alex proposed to Jennifer during a romantic beach getaway, and the engagement seemed to signal the beginning of a fairy tale wedding on the horizon. However, the wedding, planned for 2020, was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Behind the scenes, though, cracks were beginning to form in their seemingly perfect relationship. In early 2021, rumors surfaced that Alex had been unfaithful, specifically involving reality TV star Madison LaCroix. Though the cheating allegations were never confirmed, the rumors took a toll on their relationship. Initially, Jennifer and Alex denied any serious issues, but by March 2021, reports began circulating that the couple had called off their engagement. They released a joint statement in April, officially announcing their breakup. In the statement, they expressed that they realized they were better off as friends and would continue to support each other's careers and co-parent their blended families. The breakup, while amicable on the surface, was largely attributed to trust issues that had reportedly arisen from Alex's behavior. For Lopez, the end of her relationship with Rodriguez marked the close of a high-profile chapter, but she quickly moved forward. Shortly after their split, she reignited a past romance with actor Ben Affleck, which garnered significant media attention. Despite the public nature of their breakup, both Jennifer and Alex have remained positive, with each continuing to focus on their respective careers. The relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, while filled with love and mutual admiration, ultimately ended due to trust issues and infidelity rumors, proving that even the most high-profile couples face personal challenges. Though their engagement didn't lead to marriage, their time together left an indelible mark on the Hollywood landscape. Jana Kramer and Mike Cawson. Jana Kramer, a country music singer and actress, and Mike Cawson, a former NFL player, had a marriage that was both deeply emotional and tumultuous, filled with love, heartbreak, and numerous attempts at reconciliation. The couple first met in 2014 and quickly fell in love, marrying the following year in 2015. Their relationship seemed promising at first, and they soon welcomed 2 children into the world: a daughter, Jolie, in 2016, and a son, Jace, in 2018. However, behind the scenes, their marriage was far from smooth. The primary issue in their relationship was Mike's infidelity. Just a year into their marriage, Kramer discovered that Cossen had been unfaithful, a revelation that rocked their marriage to its core. Mike entered rehab for sex addiction in 2016 in an attempt to address his issues, and the couple separated for a time. Despite the betrayal, Jana decided to work on their marriage, and the couple renewed their vows in 2017, hoping to put the past behind them and move forward as a family. Unfortunately, their relationship continued to face struggles. Over the next few years, Kramer was open about the challenges of rebuilding trust and working through the trauma caused by Cossen's cheating. The couple often spoke candidly about their struggles on their podcast, Wind Down, where they shared their journey of reconciliation with their fans, discussing the ups and downs of therapy, trust issues, and the difficulties of staying together. However, in April 2021, after years of trying to mend their relationship, Jana announced that she had filed for divorce, citing inappropriate marital conduct and adultery as the reasons for the split. In an emotional post on social media, she shared how she had given everything to the marriage, but it was time to move on. The divorce was finalized later that year, marking the end of their 6-year marriage. Jana Kramer has since focused on her healing and her children, leaving behind the pain of her relationship with Cossen. Despite the public nature of their struggles, she has emerged stronger, determined to build a better future for herself and her family. Kenya Duke and Gary Owen. Kenya Duke and Gary Owen's marriage was one that seemed solid for years, with the comedian and the businesswoman sharing a 20-year relationship and building a family together. The couple, who wed in 2003, appeared to have a strong partnership, despite the pressures of Gary's high-profile career as a stand-up comedian and actor. Together, they raised 3 children and seemed to balance their public and private lives well, often sharing moments of their family life with fans. However, in March 2021, their seemingly stable marriage came to a sudden end when Kenya filed for divorce. The divorce filing shocked many fans, as Gary and Kenya had long been considered one of the more steady couples in Hollywood. Soon after the filing, Kenya took to social media to share her side of the story, implying that Gary had been unfaithful. In a since-deleted Instagram post, Kenya hinted at an affair between Gary and another woman from Dallas, claiming that she had evidence of the betrayal and accusing Gary of disrespecting her and their children. The details of the alleged affair, and Kenya's pointed comments, painted a picture of deep hurt and betrayal. While Gary largely stayed silent about the divorce, Kenya did not hold back in expressing her anger and frustration over the breakdown of their marriage. She implied that Gary had created a false narrative about their relationship to cover up his infidelity and issued warnings to the other woman involved, alluding to a storm brewing as she prepared to move forward with the legal proceedings. Despite the personal turmoil, Gary continued with his comedy career, while Kenya focused on her family and business ventures. The public nature of their split, combined with the accusations of infidelity, left fans divided, as many had admired their long-lasting relationship. For Kenya, the divorce marked the end of a 2-decade partnership that she believed had been built on love and trust, only to be shattered by Gary's actions. The end of their marriage highlighted the strain of infidelity and betrayal, but both Kenya and Gary have since moved on, with Kenya seeking to rebuild her life after the dissolution of their once solid union. Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren. Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren's marriage was once seen as a picture-perfect union, but it famously crumbled in one of the most publicized scandals in modern celebrity history. The golf superstar and the Swedish model met in 2001 and married in 2004 after a whirlwind romance. Together, they had 2 children, a daughter named Sam and a son named Charlie, and for a time their life seemed idyllic. Woods was at the height of his career, and Nordegren, a former nanny-turned-model, was often seen by his side at golf tournaments, supporting him as he dominated the sport. However, in November 2009, their seemingly perfect life fell apart. The unraveling began with a minor car accident outside their Florida home, but soon, details emerged that would shock the world. It was revealed that Woods had been unfaithful to Nordegren, not just with one woman, but with multiple women over the course of their marriage. The scandal quickly escalated, with numerous women coming forward to claim affairs with the golfer. The public was stunned, as Tiger's carefully curated image of a wholesome family man and sports icon was shattered. Nordegren, who had remained private throughout their marriage, became the focus of media attention as the scandal deepened. In the midst of the revelations, she filed for divorce in 2010. The divorce was finalized later that year, with Nordegren reportedly receiving a settlement of over $100 million. Despite the enormous media frenzy surrounding the breakup, Nordegren largely stayed out of the spotlight, focusing on raising their two children and moving forward with her life. The fallout from the scandal had significant consequences for Woods as well. His personal reputation was badly damaged, and he took a hiatus from professional golf to address his personal issues. Though his career eventually recovered, the scandal left a lasting mark on his public image, and he spent years rebuilding both his personal and professional life. For Nordegren, the end of their marriage marked a new chapter. She has since focused on her own endeavors, pursuing a degree in psychology and maintaining a low profile. Despite the painful and public nature of their breakup, both she and Woods have worked to co-parent their children amicably, ensuring that their family remains a priority even after the end of their relationship. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's marriage was one of Hollywood's most enduring unions before it ended in a highly publicized and shocking split. The two married in 1986, forming a power couple that bridged the worlds of politics, media, and entertainment. Schwarzenegger, an Austrian-born bodybuilder turned Hollywood action star, and Shriver, a member of the Kennedy family and a prominent journalist, seemed to have it all. Together, they had 4 children and built a life that combined their diverse backgrounds and ambitious careers. For years, their marriage appeared strong, even as Schwarzenegger transitioned from Hollywood stardom to politics, becoming the governor of California in 2003. Shriver was a key figure in his political journey, standing by his side during his 2 terms as governor and bringing her own influence and intelligence to the table. They were a well-respected couple, admired for balancing public life and family. However, their marriage came to an abrupt end in 2011 when a bombshell revelation shattered their relationship. Shortly after Schwarzenegger left office, it was revealed that he had fathered a child with the family's longtime housekeeper, Mildred Baena, over a decade earlier. The child, born in 1997, had been kept secret from Shriver and the public for years. The revelation not only shocked Shriver, but also stunned fans around the world, who had viewed the couple as a model of stability. In the wake of this scandal, Shriver filed for divorce, ending their 25-year marriage. The betrayal was profound, as it became clear that Schwarzenegger had kept the affair and the existence of his son hidden from both his wife and their children for many years. The divorce proceedings were civil but painful, as both parties sought to protect their children from the public scrutiny surrounding the split. Schwarzenegger publicly admitted to the affair, expressing deep regret for his actions and the hurt it caused his family. Shriver, known for her grace and poise, remained largely private about the details, focusing instead on moving forward with her life and rebuilding her career after stepping away from the spotlight during Schwarzenegger's political career. Despite the personal betrayal, Schwarzenegger and Shriver have worked toward maintaining a respectful co-parenting relationship for the sake of their children. Over time, they have both moved on from the scandal, with Schwarzenegger continuing his acting career and public appearances, while Shriver has returned to journalism and advocacy. Their split remains one of the most memorable and dramatic in Hollywood, serving as a reminder that even the most seemingly solid marriages can be undone by hidden secrets and betrayal. Woody Allen and Mia Farrow. Woody Allen and Mia Farrow's relationship, once viewed as a successful creative and romantic partnership, turned into one of Hollywood's most shocking and controversial stories. The two began dating in 1980, forming a bond that saw them collaborating on numerous successful films, with Farrow starring in 13 of Allen's movies during their time together. Though they never married, their relationship lasted over a decade, and they became one of the most talked-about couples in the industry. Their partnership was unusual in many ways. They lived in separate residences in New York City, maintaining a level of independence. Farrow had several children from previous relationships, both biological and adopted, and during her time with Allen, they adopted 2 more children together, including Dylan Farrow. They also had 1 biological child, Ronan Farrow. On the surface, their relationship seemed to work well, both personally and professionally, but behind the scenes, trouble was brewing. The scandal that destroyed their relationship erupted in 1992 when it was revealed that Allen had begun a romantic relationship with Farrow's adopted daughter, Soon-Yi Previn. Soon-Yi, who was adopted by Farrow and her former husband, Andre Previn, was around 21 years old when the affair with Allen became public. Farrow discovered the relationship when she found intimate photographs of Soon-Yi in Allen's apartment. The discovery shocked Farrow, who ended their relationship immediately, and it set off a media firestorm. The public was stunned by the revelation, and the fallout from the scandal was massive. Not only did it involve Allen's relationship with Soon-Yi, but shortly afterward, allegations surfaced that Allen had also sexually abused their adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow, when she was 7 years old. The allegations led to a bitter custody battle and widespread media coverage. Though Allen was not criminally charged after investigations, the accusations have continued to haunt him throughout his career. Allen and Soon-Yi eventually married in 1997, and their relationship remains one of the most controversial in Hollywood history due to the nature of how it began. Mia Farrow, devastated by both the affair and the abuse allegations, cut all ties with Allen, and to this day, their family remains fractured. The scandal left an indelible mark on both Allen's and Farrow's lives. While Allen has continued to work in the film industry, the allegations have cast a shadow over his legacy. Farrow, meanwhile, focused on raising her children and advocating for causes she believes in, particularly in light of the trauma that affected her family. Their relationship, once celebrated for its creative collaboration, is now remembered for one of Hollywood's most disturbing scandals. David Letterman and Regina Lasco. David Letterman and Regina Lasco's marriage, which began in 2009, faced a significant challenge early on due to a public scandal that threatened to undo their decades-long relationship. Letterman, the famed late-night talk show host, and Lasco had been together since the mid-1880s, long before their marriage, and shared a son, Harry, born in 2003. For years, their relationship was kept relatively private, despite Letterman's celebrity status, and they appeared to have a strong bond. However, just a few months after they tied the knot in a quiet civil ceremony in Montana, Letterman's personal life became the center of a major scandal. In 2009, Letterman publicly admitted during an episode of The Late Show that he had engaged in extramarital affairs with female staff members who worked on his show. His confession was prompted by an extortion attempt, in which a CBS producer threatened to reveal details of Letterman's affairs unless he paid $2 million. Rather than succumb to blackmail, Letterman chose to address the situation head-on, disclosing his infidelity on air to his audience and expressing regret for his actions. He also apologized to Lasco, acknowledging the pain and embarrassment his behavior caused her and their family. The scandal shocked viewers and put a spotlight on their marriage, which had just begun. Despite the public nature of the betrayal, Regina Lasco stood by Letterman, and the couple worked through the fallout privately. While details of how they repaired their relationship remained mostly out of the public eye, Letterman later spoke in interviews about how the affair and scandal had strained their marriage and how deeply he regretted the hurt he caused. He described Lasco as supportive and understanding during one of the most difficult periods of his life. Over time, Letterman and Lasco appeared to have moved past the scandal, with their marriage enduring the test of such a publicized personal failure. Letterman has since stepped away from late-night television, focusing on family and other creative projects, while Lasco continues to live a relatively private life. Their relationship, though scarred by the infidelity, remains intact, demonstrating that even in the face of very public adversity, marriages can survive and heal. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, once known as Hollywood's most glamorous power couple, experienced a highly publicized relationship that ultimately ended in a bitter and complex divorce. Their romance, famously dubbed Brangelina, began in 2005 under controversial circumstances, as Pitt was still married to actress Jennifer Aniston at the time. Pitt and Jolie reportedly grew close while filming Mr. and Mrs. Smith, sparking rumors of an affair, which they initially denied. However, following Pitt's divorce from Aniston, Jolie and Pitt quickly became inseparable. Over the next decade, Jolie and Pitt became the center of media attention, raising a blended family of 6 children, 3 biological and 3 adopted, and continuing their careers in film. They were often seen as an ideal couple, involved in humanitarian work and balancing their roles as parents and Hollywood superstars. In 2014, after years of speculation, the couple married in a private ceremony at their estate in France. The wedding appeared to solidify their commitment to each other, but behind the scenes, cracks were already forming in their relationship. In 2016, Jolie filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, which quickly escalated into a contentious legal battle. The split was reportedly triggered by an incident on a private jet where Pitt allegedly had an altercation with their eldest son, Maddox. Following this event, Jolie sought full custody of their children, accusing Pitt of being abusive. Though Pitt was later cleared of the child abuse allegations after an investigation, the divorce proceedings dragged on for years, with ongoing disputes over custody and financial matters. The breakup was a major media event, with both Jolie and Pitt publicly discussing their struggles. Jolie revealed how difficult the separation was for their family and how the divorce had taken a toll on her well-being. Pitt, for his part, admitted to struggling with alcohol addiction during their marriage and sought treatment after their split. He openly spoke about working on himself and trying to repair his relationship with his children. Despite the drama, both have continued to focus on their careers and parenting. Jolie has dedicated much of her time to humanitarian work and raising their children, while Pitt has seen a resurgence in his acting career, winning an Academy Award for his role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Their divorce, finalized in 2019, remains one of the most complicated and publicized splits in Hollywood history, a stark contrast to the once enchanted image of Brangelina. Their story is a reminder that even the most high-profile relationships are not immune to personal struggles, and the emotional and legal fallout from their breakup continues to shape their public personas. Eminem and Kim Mathers. Eminem, born Marshall Mathers, and Kim Mathers had a tumultuous and highly publicized relationship that spanned decades, marked by love, betrayal, and numerous public disputes. Their relationship began when they were teenagers, long before Eminem became a world-famous rapper. The two met in the late 1980s and started dating while living in Detroit. They had their first daughter, Haley, in 1995, and shortly after, Eminem's career began to take off with the release of his debut album, the Slim Shady LP. The couple married for the first time in 1999, just as Eminem was rising to international fame. However, the pressures of his growing success and the deep-rooted issues in their relationship quickly took a toll. Their marriage was plagued by infidelity, substance abuse, and violent arguments, much of which was aired publicly through Eminem's music. Songs like Kim and 97 Bonnie and Clyde portrayed their relationship in a dark, fictionalized manner, which only added to the drama between the two. In 2001, after 2 years of a tumultuous marriage, the couple divorced. The public breakup was followed by a series of highly publicized legal and personal battles. Kim struggled with substance abuse and legal issues, while Eminem continued to express his anger and pain through his music. Despite their rocky history, they rekindled their relationship and remarried in 2006, hoping to make things work for the sake of their daughter. However, their second marriage was even shorter-lived than the first, lasting only a few months before they filed for divorce again. Both Eminem and Kim acknowledged that their relationship was too damaged to repair. Eminem later admitted in interviews that his fame, combined with their volatile history, made it nearly impossible for them to stay together. Despite their personal struggles, the one thing they have remained committed to is co-parenting their daughter, Haley, who has become a central part of their lives. Eminem has often spoken about how Haley has been his main motivation and source of stability throughout his career. Though they no longer have a romantic relationship, Eminem and Kim's story remains one of the most complex and dramatic relationships in celebrity history. Their on-again, off-again dynamic, along with the deeply personal lyrics Eminem used to describe their tumultuous relationship, left a lasting imprint on both their personal lives and his music career. Today, they appear to have found a way to maintain a civil relationship, primarily focused on their family. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. The relationship between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp has been one of the most tumultuous and controversial in Hollywood history, with their highly publicized legal battles overshadowing what was once a whirlwind romance. The two actors met on the set of the 2011 film The Rum Diary and began dating shortly after Depp's long-term relationship with French actress Vanessa Paradis ended. In 2015, they married in an intimate ceremony, but their marriage would unravel quickly and dramatically. In May 2016, Heard filed for divorce after just 15 months of marriage, and the allegations that followed would shock both the public and the entertainment industry. Heard accused Depp of domestic violence, stating that she had suffered abuse at his hands throughout their relationship. She filed for a restraining order and presented evidence in court, including photos of bruises and claims of various violent incidents. The divorce was finalized in 2017, with Heard receiving a $7 million settlement, which she pledged to donate to charity. The couple issued a joint statement at the time, claiming that their relationship had been intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love. However, their legal battles didn't end with the divorce. In 2018, Heard wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post describing herself as a survivor of domestic abuse, though she did not directly name Depp. In response, Depp filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against her, accusing her of damaging his reputation and career by implying he had been abusive. Depp denied all allegations of abuse and, in turn, accused Heard of being the abusive party in their relationship. He claimed that she had physically attacked him on multiple occasions, leaving him with injuries, including a severed fingertip during an altercation. The defamation case brought the former couple's personal lives into the public spotlight in an unprecedented way. The court battle, which was broadcast globally, featured shocking allegations from both sides. Heard accused Depp of substance abuse and violent outbursts, while Depp provided evidence, including recordings and testimonies, that he was the one being mistreated. The case became a cultural flashpoint, sparking widespread debate over the nature of abuse, victimhood, and the media's role in shaping public opinion. In June 2022, the jury ruled in favor of Depp, awarding him $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, later reduced to $350,000. Heard was awarded $2 million in compensatory damages for her countersuit. The ruling was a significant victory for Depp, who had seen his career take a hit due to the allegations. Following the trial, Depp has slowly been returning to the public eye, while Heard's future in Hollywood remains uncertain. The Heard-Depp saga is a cautionary tale about the complexities of celebrity relationships, domestic abuse, and the power of media in shaping narratives. Both actors have faced lasting reputational damage, and their relationship will likely be remembered as one of the most contentious and polarizing in recent history. Kim Kardashian and Damon Thomas. Kim Kardashian's first marriage to music producer Damon Thomas is often overshadowed by her later high-profile relationships, but it was a tumultuous and difficult chapter in her early life. The couple eloped in 2000 when Kim was just 19 years old, and Damon, 10 years her senior, was already an established figure in the music industry. At the time, Kim was still relatively unknown, but their marriage quickly became marked by controversy and personal struggles. In later interviews, Kim opened up about the challenges she faced during their 3-year marriage. She revealed that the relationship was deeply controlling and emotionally abusive. According to Kim, Damon exerted a great deal of control over her, dictating everything from her whereabouts to her appearance. She claimed that he pressured her into undergoing cosmetic surgery and isolated her from her family and friends. In court documents filed during their 2003 divorce, Kim alleged that Damon had been physically abusive as well, stating that he had hit her on multiple occasions. Damon, on the other hand, has denied these allegations and claimed that Kim was only trying to paint him in a negative light to benefit financially from the divorce. Regardless of the conflicting narratives, it is clear that their relationship was filled with significant tension and unhappiness on both sides. The divorce was finalized in 2004, and Kim moved on from the painful experience, gradually rising to fame and becoming one of the most recognizable figures in the world. She has since spoken about how young and naive she was when she entered the marriage, admitting that she was not ready for such a serious commitment at that age. In hindsight, Kim Kardashian's marriage to Damon Thomas represents a period of personal struggle, but it also served as a turning point in her life. After the divorce, she began to focus more on building her career and finding her own identity. Despite the difficulties of her first marriage, Kim has moved forward, learning from the experience and becoming a successful businesswoman and media personality. Kathy Griffin and Matthew Modine. Kathy Griffin's marriage to Matthew Modine was a relationship filled with both love and turmoil, ultimately ending in a messy divorce. The couple married in 2001, during a time when Griffin was rising to fame as a comedian, known for her sharp wit and fearless commentary on Hollywood. Modine, a computer expert, was often seen supporting Griffin in her career, and for a time, the couple appeared to be a strong team. However, their marriage faced significant challenges behind the scenes, which eventually led to their divorce in 2006. The primary issue that caused the downfall of their relationship was a breach of trust. Griffin revealed during an appearance on Larry King Live that Modine had been secretly withdrawing money from her bank accounts without her knowledge. She claimed that over time, he had taken hundreds of thousands of dollars, leaving her shocked and betrayed when she discovered what had been happening. Griffin stated that Modine had admitted to the theft and apologized, and the couple even tried going to couples therapy to work through the issue. However, the trust was irreparably damaged, and despite efforts to salvage their relationship, they ultimately decided to part ways. The divorce was finalized in 2006, with Griffin citing the financial betrayal as the reason for the split. In the years following their divorce, Griffin has spoken candidly about the hurt caused by the betrayal, but has also used humor to cope with the experience, as she often does with difficult moments in her life. She has included anecdotes about her marriage and her stand-up comedy routines, turning the painful situation into material for her act. Despite the financial and emotional fallout from their marriage, Griffin has since moved on, continuing her successful career as a comedian and actor. She has also found happiness in her personal life, embracing both the lessons learned from her time with Moline and her ability to find strength through adversity. For Griffin, the end of her marriage marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life, one focused on independence and resilience. These celebrity marriages serve as a reminder that even the rich and famous are not immune to heartbreak and betrayal. Whether it's due to infidelity, personal differences, or hidden scandals, these relationships unraveled in dramatic and sometimes painful ways. Despite their public personas, the challenges they faced behind closed doors were very real, showing that no amount of fame or fortune can protect one from the complexities of love. What do you think? Which celebrity marriage shocked you the most? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to support us by subscribing to The Famous People for more fascinating stories about the lives of celebrities. Stay tuned for more.